Hi, boys and girls. If you're doing your lessons in order today, the very first lesson I introduced 2 new sight words. Do you guys remember what they were? Whoa. He and she. I chose the one with the capital letters because we're going to use these. What I thought we'd do today is we're going to do a little bit of writing. We did a little bit of writing on Monday and Tuesday. We're going to do a little bit of writing today. But we're going to use these 2 words in a sentence. And so, because our Zoom didn't work on Tuesday, we've got one less day to get all this work in. Normally I write with you on Zoom, don't I? But I like you guys to write for the assignments also, because then you're writing on a real piece of paper and not just the whiteboards, right? So you're going to find, I want you to use this kind of paper, the one with the 3 lines on it and the place for a picture, and you're going to find that in that pink writing folder, okay? So if you just get out one piece of paper, I think that'll do it today. And what I want you to do is I want you to write one sentence with the word he and one sentence with the word she. And I don't care which one you do first. I'll give you a sample or an example, and you can do it just like mine, or you can make up your own. Okay, it's good to give you guys options because some of you guys like to do just what teacher does, but some of you guys are super, super smart, and you're going to go, hey, I know exactly what I want to write. Nobody has to tell me. Okay, so let's start with he. Okay, I'm going to say he, and we're going to start it with a capital letter. Now, if the word he was in the middle of a sentence, like I hope that he comes to my house, then you would use lowercase. But let's start the sentence with he. So I'm going to start with a capital H. Now, he, the word he and she are both what you call pronouns. And what it is he takes the place of a man's name. So if you're talking about your dad and your dad's name is John, you can say my daddy's name is John. He is a really nice man. If you're talking about Santa Claus, you can say I love Santa Claus. He is funny, or he brings me presents, right? And then the word she is a pronoun because the word she takes the place of a girl's name, okay? I love my mom. She is very pretty or very nice, okay? I love Mrs. Jenkins. She is my teacher. So I just want you to do one simple sentence. He, okay, I'm going to use my 2-finger space now. For Natalie, our new student, and for anybody else who needs a reminder, I gave everyone a popsicle stick at the beginning of the year. That's another thing I have to write down to give to Natalie. Not just a skinny popsicle stick. It's called a tongue depressor, and they're about that thick. And a lot of kids have misplaced theirs. But a ruler works great too, okay? If you don't have either of those things, we use our 2 fingers and we put them down to make sure we put a space between our words. So I'm going to say he is, and then I'm going to put 2-finger space, my, now you could put dad, duh, add. Now, if you don't want to say that, you want to say he is my friend, okay? It would probably be better if we started out with I love my dad. He is funny and nice, okay? But I really just want to use the word he and the word she. So he is my dad, period. Okay, and then I'm going to say she, and we're going to use, remember, it's just like he, H-E, but we put an S in front of it. And I'm going to use a capital E, 2-finger space, or use a ruler, or use that popsicle stick I gave you. She is my mom. Now, I know that's not very much. That's only 2 sentences, but that's okay. If you want to write more, that's great. You could say, she is my mom. You could say, I love her very much. Or okay, he is my dad. She is my mom. I'm going to say, I love them. And then remember how to spell love, boys and girls. L-O-V-E, spell love. Now, if you just I love them. Now, them is just the word the, T-H-E. It's just the word the. With, what do you think it's going to end with? The M. Do you hear that M sound? I love them. Now, I could just say that very much. I could say I love them very much. I love them. I'm going to say both. B-O-Th-T-H. And this time I'm going to use an exclamation mark because I want you to read that with excitement. So let's go back and read our 3 sentences. He is my dad. She is my mom. I love them both. So that turned out pretty good. Now, if you want to write your own, ooh, that was kind of hard to read, wasn't it? Sorry about that. So I know that's sort of hard to see. I'm going to trace over it with a black marker, so when I take a picture, you'll be able to see it better. If you'd rather say, he is my friend, or she is my sister. You don't have to say mom and dad. Like I said, Romeo, my doggy, is a boy, so I could say, he is my dog, and draw a picture of Romeo. I could have said, he is my husband, okay, my husband Roy, and I could have drawn a picture of him. I could have written about a girl. She is my friend, or she is my daughter, and I would draw a picture of my daughter. I want you just to use the word he and she. So this is just for practice. We're not saving this one. It's just practice today. And then please draw a picture. I want to know who your he and your she are. So I'm going to draw my daddy. And my daddy is not alive anymore. He's in heaven. But I'm going to draw a picture of what he used to look like. And he used to look like that. And his hair was very gray when he died, so I'm going to have to color his hair gray. And then I'll draw a picture of my mom. My mom was kind of short. She kind of has wavy hair like me. We kind of look alike, too. And she does not even have gray hair. I'm going to make her wearing a skirt. And there, I'll color that in later. So this is my mom. I'm going to write M-O-M spells mom. And D-A-D spells dad. Now, if you draw your brother or your sister, you can let me know who your he and your she are. I'm going to put some hearts around it because I said I love them both. There we go. And we're not saving this for a memory book, but you can color it. But the most important thing today is just to do your writing check for 5 stars. So Natalie, poor Natalie, she's new this week, but she's going to learn a lot of things. We have something called 5-star writing. I will post the picture. You get 5 stars when you do a good job writing. The first star is for starting with a capital letter. The second star is for putting a period at the end of your sentences. The third star is making sure you put spaces between your words. The fourth star is nice, neat writing. Try to touch the top, the bottom, and the middle lines. And the 5th star is you got to read it and make sure it makes sense. If we left that word out, if I wrote he, my dad, that wouldn't make sense, right? If I wrote she is mom, that doesn't make very good sense. If I say I, them both, that doesn't make sense. You have to read your sentences and make sure it makes sense and you didn't leave any words out. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of practice writing with our sight words he and she today.